It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I really do appreciate your time. I'm here today to get on here really quickly and talk about these videos that I've been seeing online. One in particular was this video of graduation of Sudanese continental African women at a graduation party or at a graduation ceremony, and they are gorgeous women, gorgeous, deep, dark skin, beautiful features. I mean, phenotypes out of this world. But what is unfortunately noticeable about the video is that many of them are not wearing their natural hair. Unfortunately, very straight wigs and loose curly wigs, and so it's not matching with their phenotype. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the clip. It is honestly a bit distracting, especially because a lot of the wigs are not applied to the, I guess, best standards. Honestly, it's rather distracting, and I believe it takes away from the beauty. And there were people who were in the comment sections who, I think some of them were being mean. Of course, that comes with anything. People love being mean in the comment sections. People love tearing people apart. People love throwing shade, especially if they see a pretty woman on screen. Trust me, I get a lot of it in my comment section. So people love using their anonymity to judge other people's appearance. But as I said, I did notice that, yes, pretty much none of them were wearing their natural hair. No, none of them were wearing their natural hair, or what even looks like natural hair. So yes, this video is what I and many other content creators talk about when they talk about something called wig blindness. And there's many other versions of this. Like, there's filler blindness, there's plastic surgery blindness. Like, you reach a point to which you are chasing a certain aesthetic or a certain look, and you do not realize that it no longer is complimenting you. It's no longer elevating your beauty. It's no longer working with your beauty. It's taking away from it. It's drawing attention to unflattering aspects of yourself. It's no longer doing most likely what you intended it to do, or what you think it was doing when you put it on or got it done. So in this case, this is absolutely wig blindness. These young ladies most likely felt like the wigs that they had on their heads, how they had them styled, was them dressed up. They wanted to look their best for graduation. I'm pretty certain that they felt beautiful and they were proud with their selection and their hair. The issue is, like I said, because none of them selected hair that looked like their natural hair, even had a texture that was similar, it took away from their beauty. And I think this is honestly one of the aspects of being a Black woman that I think is the hardest thing to do. Because if you are not raised in a culture, and I assume that over there where they are, most likely within their high school or college, I'm not sure, that's, walking around with your natural hair is probably not on trend, or it's probably not the end thing to do. So we all bow to peer pressure. We all, follow trends. We all are influenced one way or another to want to look a certain way. And unfortunately, it takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of mental preparation and dedication as well as exposure to other types of beauty, other types of beauty standards, so you can go against what is commonly seen or commonly praised or commonly going viral. And then when you add the aspect of social media, via TikTok and Reels, you see beauty trends repeated that sometimes do not match you or do not lend well to your phenotype. But, everyone wants to partake in them. Everyone wants to do what everyone else is doing. That's how it goes. That's how a trend goes. And especially when you're talking about young girls. Like I said, me being 33 or 32 turning 33, I am at a much stronger mental space where I can, make distinct decisions to go against trends concerning my beauty aesthetics because I want to achieve looks that aren't based off of trends. But I have the ability to do that now at 32 that I maybe didn't have when I was in my early 20s or in my teens. So I want to hold space for that. But it's absolutely a situation where they are mimicking the beauty standards that they see. And that's why I always try to point that out is it's not so much that the wig wearing is an issue, especially if it's not something that is becoming damaging to your natural hair, like to your actual hairline, if you're not neglecting your hair, if you are one of those people who genuinely use wigs to, give your hair a break. I'm not here to say wigs are bad. Like, I wear wigs. I love wigs. I have been in love with them since I was introduced to them when I was a professional model. I realized, I can do whatever I want to do with my hair and leave my hair alone. Yes, perfect. It's never about being anti-wig. I am just, again, I want to express that I wear wigs. I love wigs. It's one of the ways that I use to protect my hair, specifically my ends. But again, at 33 years old or 32 going on 33 years old, I lean towards textures that look like my hair exactly, or that would look like my hair or look similar to my hair, or would look like my hair if I, perm rod it or something like that. Or if I did like a twist out. I lean to those textures because I realize that looks, excuse me, I realize that it looks the best on me. It looks the best on my skin tone, with my phenotype, with the set of features that I have. That bone straight hair, and I'm not talking about like kinky straight hair or, hair with texture that has been silk pressed bone straight. I'm talking about like Russian, Peruvian, those type of hair textures. They don't look the best on me. They don't look horrible on me because I've definitely worn them. But it's not something I would pick up nowadays. It's not something I would go to nowadays because I just realized it doesn't look the best on me. Again, it's not that it doesn't look pretty. It's not that it doesn't look perfectly fine. It's just that I realized that my features lend best to texture, hair texture, because I am a melanated person. I'm a black woman. So, and I have texture, my natural hair texture. Even though I don't have extremely kinky hair, I still have kink. I still have texture. I still have coils. I still have curls. I still have texture. And so when I lean towards extensions that mimic my hair texture, it looks like my natural hair longer or taller or wider, or you know what I'm saying? And that corresponds with the way God made me. So it, by default, looks better on me. Like I said, I'm at the stage in life where I can completely reject trends and move in the opposite direction because I have my own personal beauty standard. I have my own, understanding or evaluation of what looks best on me. And that's what I'm going to lean to regardless of the trends. And see, honestly, what the issue comes down to is even with these videos that I've been seeing online of these, a lot of them are black and white Hispanics who are getting this 30-minute nose job where they, it's like an injector, like a cosmetic injector, and they take the sides of their nose and pinch them in. I'm going to play a clip. Yeah, the problem is when your beauty standards, your personal beauty standards that you hold within yourself, and I mean like the ones that you project when you are picking out your hair, when you are doing your makeup, when you are, putting an outfit together, your personal beauty standard that you feel like you look the best as. Regardless of what you actually look the best as, the one that you believe that you look the best as, when that's been tainted by anti-blackness, you believe in your mind that anything that is the farthest away from West Africa, from blackness, from fullness, thickness in hair, texture, kink, anything that is on the opposite side of that looks best. And so you become blind to the reality of whether or not you actually look your best, because your personal beauty standards states that, okay, as long as my nose is smaller, it's better. As long as my hair texture is straight or it's completely hidden away or you can't see any texture, it's better. As long as my skin is lighter, it's better. See, once you like catch on to it and you like realize that a lot of the things that we think about ourselves are rooted in anti-blackness and racism, especially concerning, black women across the diaspora, in terms of the messaging that we've been told for hundreds of years at this point, you realize and you can start to pick apart like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to go with that. That doesn't serve me. I'm not going to go with that. Or that doesn't look right on me. I'm not going to emulate that. You can start doing that the more you get acquainted with yourself as well as understanding what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Like, perfect example, I did my hair in these chunky jumbo twists. For the first time in my life of me doing my own hair, I did not apply product to my parts so that my parts could be flat and slick. This is the first time I did this. I was looking for inspiration. One of the trendy braids or twist ideas that I do like are what's called coconut braids or cocoa braids or cocoa twists. And it's basically like it mimics like old, like maybe 3-week-old twists on purpose. So it looks not as uniformed. It's not as like defined. It's like kind of like like more messy, like intentionally messy, right? And so I found this young woman, gorgeous dark skinned woman, and she's parted her hair. She grabs the kinky hair and she twists it in, but she's not adding any product to her scalp to make it like flat and perfect. So I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, I love the way that looks. That looks beautiful. Like, me seeing her influenced me to want to try it myself. But it was my preferences and my lean towards a certain aesthetic that sent me in the direction of her video. Because there's tons of videos on YouTube, even the one that I did it myself, where you see women applying product, making sure their parting space is nice and slick and neat. And so I didn't want that. I wanted, like I said, the more messy look. And so for the first time I tried it and I love it. Like my roots are not perfect. Like I have no product on my roots. I mean, other than like oil and like leave-in conditioner, like stuff like that. But I just have my hair twisted away. And as I suspected, the older this hairstyle gets, the more I like it. But that's because, again, that was my preference that led me in that direction. What you think is beautiful is going to dictate how you present yourself to the world. Because whether or not we personally match our beauty standards that we have, whether or not we seamlessly fit them, we still want to be as close to them as possible. And like I always say on my channel, if your personal beauty standard is not what Black women look like naturally, you're going to find yourself lost trying to achieve and look like certain things that you weren't meant to look like. It's going to subtract from your beauty. It's going to take away from your beauty. It's going to subtract from your phenotype. It's going to take away from your phenotype. You're not going to be presented in the best way possible because you're not going for aesthetics that go with your skin tone, that go with your phenotype, that go with your features. And so you're going to be chasing after looks that are technically not attainable. And that's why you're going to always, in comparison, even though you think you look pretty, in comparison, you're not going to look your best. See, I always say this, when Black women lean into the aesthetics that are cohesive with our phenotype, we look our best. And not only do we look our best, we represent our beauty in a way that is unique. See, Asian women can do things that only Asian women can do, and when they do it, it looks amazing. White women can do things that only white women can do, and when they do that, it looks amazing. And Black women have the same thing. If more of us embrace that, I think more of us would feel freer to embrace and move into aesthetics that really promote that. But because many of us have been taught, not just by the world and like outside voices, but within our own communities, that, Blackness is not beautiful. It's not. Subdue it. Tone it down a little bit. Try to water it out. Try to fix it a little bit. Try to edit it. Take some of that away. Straighten that out. Smooth that out. Perm that out. Chop this off. Get rid of this. Lighten this. Bleach this. This has been what we've been taught. So we don't lean into Blackness because we don't think that it's beautiful. We don't think it has the same value. So that's why on wedding days, graduations, so whatever, when we want to look our best, many Black women will not lean towards even a wig that will look like their hair texture. This is really how it goes. It's all connected. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Get below in the comments. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on this subject? All that I ask that you be respectful. That's all I ask. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Take care.